Hey guys, welcome to my channel Couch Potato Reviews. My name is Sudarshan. Today we will be reviewing the mega magnum opus Brahmastra. Brahmastra is directed by Ayan Mukherjee, who has clearly come a very long way from directing rom-coms such as Ye Jawani Hai Diwani and Wake Up Sid to this magnum opus. The scale of this movie is truly big. So I'll try to keep this review as spoiler free as possible, and I'll quickly give you a brief overview of the story. The story is very simple. There's this ultimate weapon called the Brahmastra, and there are two factions that are fighting to gain access. That's all. This is just the story. Everything else, good or bad, is totally attributed to the screenplay. So let's quickly look at the pros. The pros is the photography, set pieces, and certain action sequences are amazingly choreographed. It's actually brilliant. And some of the musical elements are also very, very nice. What I'm about to say now is also a pro and a con. So basically, Ranbir and Alia's chemistry is pros, but the whole romantic track is obviously a little bit of a con because it just feels very rushed, from boy having love at first sight to suddenly, the girl taking a bullet for the boy. So it just seemed very, very rushed. The transitioning could have been a little slower, but I understand that given that Alia needs to be invested in Ranbir so that the story needs to progress, they planned the screenplay in this particular manner. There are other series of cons according to me, and those belong to very, very familiar tropes. Like for example, the Brahmastra is split into three parts. So that's very similar to the Infinity Stones concept in the Marvel universe. You cannot help but draw comparison. I was just trying my best to not draw comparison and give it a very honest stance, but I couldn't help but draw comparison because I just like, oh, this is like that, that is like this, and every time I just had these familiar tropes. Like, for example, the relationship between Amitabh Bachchan and Ranbir Kapoor eventually is literally like Dumbledore and Harry Potter. I could see a lot of similarities, and you will see too. And the relationship between Amitabh Bachchan and the other young people who are trying to control their astras, etc., etc., is very similar to X Men First Class, where Professor Charles Xavier is trying to help these mutants control their superpowers. So these familiar tropes are sort of like a setback for the whole movie, if you ask me personally. So if you ask me, how is Brahmastra overall? Like, from a scale of watchable to definitely must watch, it's somewhere here. I think all the reshoots have made Ayan Mukherjee to, bring this to this level. And about part two versus part three, because this is a movie which is, the first part of a three-part trilogy, I'm not sure. I'm not particularly excited, but I'm not excited as well because I would like to see that there are some characters where they've not shown the face, but I'm hoping that those characters will be filled in by other big stars because they want to flush out more from this particular franchise. So that's my take on Brahmastra, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Have a great weekend.